Hi there everybody. I had a question from Forlearn about what's the difference between differ, differentiate and discriminate. So how do these three words differ? How do I differentiate the difference in meaning? Okay, so to differ, to not be like something, either physically or in another way. So he differs from his brother in that he has blue eyes and his brother has brown eyes. The two witnesses told differing stories. So to differ, to be different. Yeah, to be different in different ways, to differ significantly, to differ radically. Okay, so to have a difference. To differentiate means to be able to tell the difference. Can you differentiate between Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola? And discriminate we can also use in the same way, but it's much more formal. But I will come to that in a minute. So to differentiate is to notice the difference, to find the difference when you are comparing two things, or to show the difference between the two of them. Okay, so the roof of this house differentiates from the roof of the next house because one set of tiles are made of clay and the other set are made of slate. So you can differentiate them by the colour. You can see the difference. They differ in colour. So a person differentiates, tells the difference between two things, and two things differ, so the subject is different. Yeah, and now to discriminate, well, we can definitely use to discriminate, meaning to notice the difference between two different things. Yeah, so I can discriminate the difference in quality. However, this word, I would suggest be very careful of it. I wouldn't use it in this way of differentiation. The reason being is that to discriminate has a very negative connotation. Yeah, it has this idea of to discriminate against someone. Notice, to discriminate between, I can discriminate between these two things, and to discriminate against, discrimination against women. So it's got this strong meaning of decide something based on prejudice. Yeah, and okay, to distinguish. Yeah, or to differentiate. I think you're better off not using this the word discriminate for this, although it's perfectly valid and it does carry that meaning. Okay, so to differ. How do these two things differ? Well, they differ in price, they differ in colour, they differ in quality. How do you discriminate between these two things? No, how do you differentiate between these two things? You could say discriminate. How do you see the difference? How do you distinguish one from another? Notice, to distinguish one thing from another thing. Okay, and then to differentiate is to see the difference. You can differentiate these two items by the colour. You can tell them apart. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, well, wait a second, I haven't done the formality. To differ, 5 in formality, use anywhere. To differentiate, 5 in formality, use anywhere. Discriminate, 5.5 or 6 in formality, use anywhere. Okay, and then as to some origins, Okay, so discriminate from Latin discriminare, to divide, to distinguish. Okay, to differ from Latin differo, to carry apart, dis apart, and fero, to carry, comes actually from ancient Greek diaphero, to carry apart. And then finally, to differentiate, so from Latin differentia, difference. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. The difference between discriminate, differ, and differentiate.